right, so let's so yesterday, oops, was that lightning? Jeez. Okay.
Now you see how
Yes,
I feel.
yeah,
I don't want my crap to get fried.
yeah. All right. Lynn and Intergalactic are in the chat. Welcome, guys. Yesterday we had a show where we got breaking news of Dolly's passing, and um, we suspected that some insanity like this was going to happen. We have leftists literally out there in their own way celebrating that she died, and let's see what we just want to play a few clips and then we talk about it. And has it gotten to the point where anytime someone who doesn't vote your way passes, you think you have a license to dance on their grave? It's become the trademark of the left right now. And anyone out there who still votes for leftist causes and policies, if you think that this is the way to express yourself when someone you simply disagree on policy with dies, and you proceed to dance on their graves, you're not the good guys. All right, you're not. So I just wanted to put it out there. Chris, anything before we jump into this report by Rita?
Yeah, even there's a lot of Democrats that I don't like. Do I wish any ill will on them? Absolutely not. There's a hell of a lot of people that I absolutely don't like. I've got family members that I absolutely do not like. If they were to die, honestly, I wouldn't have a feeling one way or another, right? But do I
Yeah.
wish ill will on them? Absolutely not. Will I go and dance on the graves? The only grave I will dance on is a terrorist or a traitor, right? If you're going to backstab your people, yeah, I'm gonna dance on your grave, right? If you're a murderer, like horrible person, or somebody has done some really reprehensible things, if you can catch my drift, since it's
Yeah.
YouTube, um, yeah, no, I wouldn't even pee on you if you was on fire. But it's stuff like this. It's the exact same thing that they did with Chuck Norris as well, and it's honestly, oh, what have they done that was so bad to gain so much hate? They lived. If they didn't know about their political backgrounds, which I honestly believe shouldn't really even be a matter, right? Dolly was
Yeah.
a country singer. She was doing her own thing. Chuck Norris
Yeah.
was an actor and bodybuilder, right? Or a gym owner, right?
Yeah.
Uh, they're doing their own things. Let their personal lives be their personal lives. You don't need to dig into it, right?
Yeah.
But they demand to know to see what side you're on. I don't care what side you're on. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. However, you decide to vote, if you want to vote stupid, you vote stupid, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. But no, they've got to have some way to be able to. Basically, they want you to wear a sign on your shirt saying, "I'm on this side."
So, guys, in the chat, is it okay if is it okay to dance on people's graves? I have answers in the poll. There's a poll on the live stream, okay, on YouTube. So please jump in and let us know what you think. Okay, so let's listen to this report. 1 second, trying to open up the YouTube. Okay, yeah, there it is. So let's listen to this report coming from News 24, and they will and we'll talk about it.
Show, and it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start with academic, author, and hard left simpleton Scott Galloway. I love this guy for being unintentionally hilarious. He's the type that's convinced himself that he's the smartest man in any room, a man in his 60s with the worldview of a hysterical teenage girl brainwashed by TikTok.
I think Gavin Newsom is going to be our president. I think we're a looksist, sexist, racist country. And I think tall, I think the only thing I'm fairly confident about is that the Democratic nominee will be a straight white man over 6 feet tall.
Do you think in general the country is racist and sexist?
Hold on a second.
In 2020.
Does anybody notice how much Bill Maher is just aggravated with this entire topic?
Yeah.
He's tired of.
His body language is just showing it.
Yeah. He's tired of the blue grift, right? Vote
Look at
blue
his
no
face.
matter who.
Look at his face.
Yeah.
He's like, come on.
Great. That's the exact feeling that you get once you get to that point. Honestly, right?
Yeah.
I want to vote for the best person for the position, right? The last election here, the midterm election here in Georgia, I kid you not, I actually pulled up the ballot online.
Yeah.
And I literally researched everybody on that ballot. I marked it down before I went up there to the post to the church up the road to do cast my ballot. I took my daughter with me. I'm literally sitting there. She's like, "What you got a paper for?" I said, because I didn't know who was on the ballot, so I did my research first, and I started putting it in. You gotta pick the best ones for the position, not just because of what party they're running for. And you got to think, what was it? It was like what, maybe a year or two ago that this guy was on that same path,
Yeah.
and it's like he hit a brick wall, and he's like, maybe I need to turn my life around.
I think what flipped him was the dinner with Trump. You know, the person that they said was insane, the person they said hated everyone on the left, but he's willing to have you in his home and have dinner with you and talk with you and say stuff to your face and not, you know, smile in front of you and then when you leave, stab you in the back. You know, like that meeting with Trump essentially changed him, I think. Now, I
once
want
you sit down and talk with somebody and actually get to know them.
Yeah.
Again, you know, and it goes back to that whole being responsibly racist video.
Yeah.
Until you can, you know, gauge a person individually, you class them like you group them.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I think it's a lot like that. And a lot of those people, especially on the left, they just like, oh, no, this is what we've been told. So, you know, this is what we're doing. And it's not until that they actually talk to somebody that they're like, oh, you're actually not some hateful bigot.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, think about it. Whenever I heard about Trump running for the first time, I was in high school, right?
Yep.
I honestly, I didn't really think much of it. I thought, what the hell is a millionaire know about running the country? Right? I was in that mindset. I was stupid. That's why anybody under the age of 18 should not be able to vote. And whenever I finally got out and I realized, I'm like, wait, why is it only politicians are allowed to be in office? That doesn't seem right. And then I started looking into it. I'm like, you know what? Trump's got millions of dollars to his name. He's got more sitting in assets, buildings across the country, golf resorts. I'm like, this dude knows how to run his own life.
Yeah.
And it's cross country. Do I know how to do that? No, I'm not in the position, right?
Yeah.
I don't have that money. I don't have the time. I don't have that power. Yet, as soon as he stepped in the office, he did what any manager would do, taking over a business. He started reconstructing it, actually bringing out the assets.
Yeah.
Instead of letting them sit in a corner piling on dust. I mean, he did, honestly, the best I've seen out of any president yet. And that's not even kissing his ass. It's literally looking at the facts. Yeah, there's more that I want him to do, but he's limited. He's limited to his time in office, and he's limited by what the law will allow. But he has been pushing those boundaries and kicking ass.
So The video about that covers Dolly's death and the insane attacks from leftists is further in. Should we dive into that bit of the story?
You cut out there. I don't know if that was the thunder in our background that took your voice out.
Oh, okay, might be. I said, do we skip over to the part where they talk about Dolly Parton and the reaction of the left?
Yeah, we don't need to listen to Gavin Lysum.
All right. So let's see.
It's just not cutting edge. It's not funny. Now, I've got to talk to you about Dolly. We lost a great one today. She was not only a country music icon, she was a national treasure, I'd say an international treasure. She built a 7-decade career spanning music, movies, television, philanthropy. And Katie, I think she was as close as anyone can get to being universally loved and admired. I've got to say, this hit hard this morning. It's the first news I saw when I got up. And though she was 80, her passing was a terrible shock.
Yeah, it's awful. This is a day that nobody who loved her, whether it was personally or from afar, wanted to come. And I think, you know, everybody knows about Dolly's music, but for me, looking at her, I really respect the way that she lived her life. She was married to the same man for 60 years. She got married when she was 19 years old.
Wow.
Carl, he died 2 years ago, and she left us today to go meet him in heaven and to be reunited with him. She, you know, she didn't have children of her own, and she said that's because, you know, God wanted her to work for all the children in the country, and she was able to distribute 300 million books through her
That's what I was talking about.
program.
My kids, I signed my kids up for that library, the book system.
Yeah.
And my kids got books and stuff through it too.
I read somewhere that she gave away over $600 million of her own money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't know that she never had kids. That's a genetic line we've lost.
Yeah, I know. It's a damn shame.
Yeah.
But I mean, like she said, she you know, all the kids in the world were her kids.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that, 300 million books for children across the country. So, of course, we love her music. When you talk to songwriters and artists in Nashville, John Rich, for example, talks about his experience with Dolly and calls her a true artist and says that her pen to paper was, her pen to paper was undefeated in terms of what she was able to do with her poetry. And she also helped so many people. Both in the industry and outside of the industry. And going back to, you know, the way she lived her life, when she became more famous and got more money, she took that money back home. She built Dollywood. She built hotels. She funded programs where she was from in the mountains of Tennessee, and never, you know, she really just lived an authentic, genuine life and never forgot where she came from, despite being this amazing international superstar. So certainly someone who left a legacy that we will be hearing about for generations to come.
And she wrote so many songs that people don't even realise Dolly Parton was behind. She wasn't just a singer, she wasn't just a performer, she was a true artist because she created that music, and that is a rare talent. She really was one of a kind. And I think one of the reasons she was so loved was she knew her strengths. She knew she was an artist. She wasn't some political commentator. She never tried to lecture the public, tell them what to think, tell them who to vote for. And she talked about that. Listen to this.
I'm not being political. I don't do politics. I'm not getting into any of that because I have a lot of fans out there and I don't want to offend anybody. And besides, I just don't get into that. And so if you are deciding you may want to ask me something more serious, don't, because I'm not going to answer it. But I learned a long time ago, keep your damn mouth shut if you want to stay in show business. I'm not in politics. I'm an entertainer.
Katie, plenty of other celebrities could learn from that.
Right?
Yeah, I think we get, you know, those of us who are in politics, sometimes, you know, we just want to break. And I think that Americans, when they think about country music and they think about art and songwriting, they really want to be told a story that they can relate to on a personal, soulful, artful way. And politics doesn't exactly help with that. And so she was, I would say, the ultimate diplomat and be able to deflect that throughout her entire, very long, successful career. Because as we talked about at the beginning of this show and this segment, it's you know, lots of celebrities like to get involved in politics, and it doesn't really end well for them.
No, especially if you're going to be particularly polarising, you are going to alienate half your fan base potentially. So it's just a silly move, I think, unless you've got some deep insight or something to impart. And sadly, most of the celebrities who talk politics don't. Now, let's talk about the Democrat socialists, or the communists, as I call them. Let's call them what they are.
Hang on. Didn't they say anything about... Okay, so I thought they covered that. There's a bunch of reactions online, and I thought they covered it, but the first video we played basically had the list of things that were being said. Let me pull up one of those tweets, and then we can just talk about it and springboard into the body cam video that we have lined up. Just give me a second. Let's see.
While you doing that, baby, who is the actor that just got the real deep voice?
James Earl?
No.
James Earl Jones, Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. They was talking about celebrities getting into politics. Sam Elliott is...
Oh, I never freaking suspected that he was going to be a leftard.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah, I kid you not. I don't know if he was paid or whatnot, but he put his face, name, and recognition towards the Kamala Harris campaign.
Hollywood did. Everyone in Hollywood lined up behind that campaign. You had most of the A-listers just pushing Kamala Harris.
And I think to a certain extent, they almost had to.
Yeah, most likely it was due to contract, but still, I honestly didn't like it just for the simple fact I like the man as an actor. Whenever he does voice acting, right?
Yeah.
It's his style of speaking is becoming extinct.
Iconic, yeah, and it's that iconic.
Yeah. So whenever you actually hear somebody like that nowadays, it's like, keep speaking, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you hear politics come out, I was like, please don't ruin that for me. Just be the person that you are. Leave that to your personal self. But
that's
no,
like Dolly Parton said, she's an entertainer. She stays in her lane with that. That's like, there have been so many musicians and actors and stuff like that I no longer listen to or watch or anything, just because they decided to step their foot so far into like that political setup that I was like, no, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Like, Pink was celebrating, like Pink, the singer, she was celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination, forceful removal. And I was like, nope, I don't care if I liked your songs beforehand. Every single bit of music that I have by you is immediately out of all of my playlists, off all devices, and my children are not listening to you anymore.
Yeah, and only time that I think that a celebrity like that should actually do it is kind of like what was his name, Rob Schneider, the one that usually plays with
Adam Sandler.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, it's the right one.
Yeah, he went right, and most of them were forced to start speaking up about their right-wing leanings, because in Hollywood, if you don't step forward and proclaim leftist positions, they ostracize you and don't give you work. So so he had to step forward to say, okay, you guys drew the line, and I have to pick a side, and here's my side. So that's why most of them on the right began to speak up.
And again, it reaches far in between different things, right? You got to look at like the businesses, right? Going left leaning. If they weren't left leaning, their businesses would get attacked relentlessly. I mean, Tesla getting firebombed, even though the leftists there want, we need green cars, we need electric cars.
That was there was creator, that bakery. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the creator, Elon Musk, he created something that they wanted, but because he leaned a different way, they were going to destroy it. Then you've got music industries. I mean, Dolly Parton. You had Lady Antebellum, now Lady A. You had Dixie Chicks, which is now just Chicks. It's ridiculous and stupid. Listen,
Yeah.
if I want to fly a Confederate flag out in my yard, right? It's not that it's racist. It's the fact that it's the symbol of fighting for what you stand for.
That reminds me. So I got Chris for his birthday one year a yard sign.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that posted up on my shed.
Yeah,
I
and
got
so
second one posted on my shed. The first one was stolen.
so yeah, I got him a yard sign, and it was right. You know, it was the American flag set up and everything like that, and it just says, "I'm an asshole. I'm not running for anything. I just wanted a sign."
It looks like a political sign, and because everybody's putting up their signs. This was like getting close to an election, and I happened to see it online. I was like, I really want this. So she found a way to make me this sign, and she got 2 of them. Well, I had one posted out in the yard. The other one I actually had given to a friend of ours. And I kid you not, we've had police, we've had pastures, we've had,
They were taking pictures.
yeah, we had an elected official, a local elected official, literally come over and stand in front of the sign, right? Everybody loved it, but apparently somebody either loved it too much or didn't like it and stole it out of my yard.
Of course.
But lucky enough, the buddy that I actually gave the other one to, he came back. He says, "Hey, I'm moving, and I don't want this to get messed up. Do you want it back?" I said, "Yes," and I went and screwed it to my shed. Try and steal it now.
Yeah.
Right.
Talking about celebrities that have fallen off the political deep end, Mark Ruffalo. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's this now. He's been all over the place with ICE and immigration, and now he's talking about the merger between Paramount and
Who the hell is Mark
Universal.
Ruffalo?
The guy who played
played the
the
Hulk.
Incredible Hulk in the previous in the current Marvel iteration of Incredible Hulk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that
So-
he went sideways.
Yeah,
so-
he's gone so far sideways. When Disney was merging with ABC and everything, Hollywood was silent. Okay, nobody was claiming that this is becoming a monopoly. Nobody complained about it. Now, Paramount Studios, owned by Ellison, okay, is planning a merger with Universal Studios. Now, Netflix was in the running for getting that merger, but Paramount had more money and they outbid them, and so they backed out. Now that the process is reaching its conclusion, you have Hollywood raging that Paramount Studios buying Universal is essentially tantamount to them creating a monopoly. It is bad for the economy. But the only reason why they don't like it is because the Ellisons have a great relationship with Trump.
Yeah.
So
It's right. It's right-sided.
yeah, so here's what he posted on August 2nd, 12th. Nobody but the folks who are set to profit heavily off this merger. Of course, a merger is business.
It's business.
It's business. You know, these people are just like they talk and they think that they are sounding smart, but they're just being retards. This is a business. A merger is meant to be profitable.
He negotiates for his contracts for his movies to make butt tons of money.
Why doesn't he do it for free?
Yeah, exactly. He should be sharing his talent, distributing it amongst the unwealthy and untalented.
Like the multi-millionaire actor who does nothing but read lines and pretend to be someone else, okay, gets paid millions to do that, is complaining that a company that provides work for actors and support staff is making money. Okay, so who are set to profit heavily off this merger and who have tanked our economy in the past, like Jamie Dimon, excuse me, are for this. Okay, they are for this thing. If it wasn't for the cozy relationship the Ellisons have with Trump and a partisan and compromised DOJ, this would have been stopped. Okay, so let's listen to
But never
what
mind. Never mind the fact that Disney owns like freaking everything.
look, it's all and that's the guy who's employed by Disney, who's on a multi-year contract with Disney, complaining about a monopoly and a company making profits. Okay, so let's listen to this. Is just 1 minute and 15 seconds. So here's Pratt.
Of course, you got the once great actor and now full-time activist buffoon Mark Ruffalo cheering on this lawfare like a clapping seal, desperate for his woke brownie points, claiming that crippling Netflix competitor is somehow a victory for the industry. Clearly, it's all just about sticking it to Trump.
This is over the top.
Now, Mark Ruffalo isn't anti-merger. He loved mergers back when he was celebrating Disney gobbling up Marvel, and he had no problem when Disney went up to gobble up Fox. He didn't even have an issue when it was a tech giant Netflix on deck to merge with Warner Brothers. Ruffalo himself even starred in Zodiac, a joint production between Warner Brothers and Paramount. He had no problem with them teaming up when they were paying him $1.5 million. It was only when the Ellisons came into the picture that all of a sudden he didn't like mergers. So why was he so pro-merger in the Disney takeover? Well, they were stroking his multi-million-dollar checks.
$3 million, $4.5 million, $6 million, $1.5 million, whopping $15 million.
That merger was great for actors like him.
His total career earnings are estimated between $100 to $150 million. That doesn't even fully include back-end bonuses, producer profits, or any secret deals with Marvel.
But now that he got his bag, it's fuck you to everyone else. And now he's pulling up the ladder behind him. Now, merger's bad because his commie leaders said so.
Wow. Look.
Yeah,
Spencer
honestly,
Pratt,
I can tell you right now, if
sorry, hang on. Spencer Pratt should handle all the GOP's election campaign material forever.
Like,
well,
dude,
as long as he stays this sharp.
His campaign videos and stuff were freaking brilliant, dude. I loved his campaign videos.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is if Walt Disney rose from his grave, he would die from the shock that they're putting his legacy through. All right.
Well, I don't know. Walt Disney was also like a Jew hater, like legitimately. Like that man was definitely.
Well, and also he hated kids, but
yeah.
Believe it or not, yeah, there's actually a video of Walt Disney shoving a kid out of the way, and I was like. And you're building a theme park.
I thought you loved kids.
Nah. He's like, move. Get out the way.
Oh my God. Yeah, Lynn says we love Spencer Pratt. We do. He has to look. If the GOP don't sign him up and use his team to build up their campaign materials for the midterms, they want to lose.
Hey, I just had a brilliant idea. We had the Terminator as governor of California, right?
Yeah.
What's the Terminator of today? We need Keanu Reeves in office. John Wick.
Oh, he's not gonna do it.
I know, but still, that would be awesome. You were like, nobody mess with the governor's dog.
Keanu is too private. He's just extremely private. The guy has
love him though.
Yeah, zero scandals, zero tabloid, whatever's. Like all they have is speculations, but nothing. Like he's just been squeaky clean, you know. Let's see. Did I cut off?
No, you're good.
Okay, but it's all silence all of a sudden. Okay, so let's wrap up the J.K. Rowling. Okay, let's read this. Okay, so I was looking for this post. So, someone 7generic2 posted about Dolly Parton's passing and said, "Pretty sure she was a Trumper. Nothing of value was lost." and then J.K. Rowling responds, "Oh, do F off. At a conservative estimate, Dolly Parton was 100,000 times the person you are." J.K. Rowling does not care. Like she doesn't care anymore. She does not care. Someone else wrote, you know, you and Dolly have nothing to agree upon. You effing monster.
Hang on. Think about how much they was attacking J.K. Rowling as well. trying to say like Dumbledore was gay and stuff like that. Like, why are you trying to throw things into the story? It doesn't make sense.
And thank you for the $1 super chat.
That was me.
I know it was you. I know it was you. Thank you. Thank you. So
we're doing our part. We're doing our part. I can only spare so much.
At the risk of sounding trashy, because when I said yesterday to Lynn, I said, okay, yeah, thanks for the $10, but if you were going to do it, spread it, just kind of split it into ones. And the picture that came to my mind was a strip joint. Split it into ones. Just
come here, hey, shake that thing.
I was like, my brain shouldn't be thinking these things.
We have finally
Thank you. Oh my God. Oh gosh. Okay, so JK responds and says, well, the joke's on you because neither of us wants Jolene to take our man. But so essentially she's calling him a fag.
Right.
Intergalactic
speaking of the song Jolene.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry. Speaking of the song Jolene, Dolly Parton was drop dead flippin' gorgeous. I want to know what the hell Jolene looked like. Like, for real. Just saying.
Well, oops, sorry. Trigger happy. She like the way she describes Jolene in the song.
I was
like,
pretty alabaster skin, red hair, green eyes, and I could see that could be pretty. But I'm just saying, she better have been drop dead gorgeous to steal a man from Dolly. Just saying.
Seriously,
Yeah, honestly, whenever seeing Dolly Parton and these other women I see on the street, right? I'm like, how the hell do we have the pageants like the Miss American, Miss Universe, all that? I'm like, those girls ain't got crap on the ones that I've been seeing.
Well, the really attractive women have enough dignity.
Hold on. Okay, there you go. Your mic was getting drowned out for some reason.
No, sorry. So the really attractive women have too much dignity to stand in front of people, naked and be assessed for their beauty. So I'll just leave it there.
It's started raining so much I have to actually move to a different spot.
Oh no, it's fine.
Get wet.
It's fine. All right, let's quickly take this. We found out that Tim Curry passed today at 80.
Yeah, I found that out right before stream.
Yeah, just before the stream. And if you're like, who's Tim Curry? Tim Curry is this guy. Okay, remember him? This was Home Alone 2.
If nobody's seen the movie Clue with Tim Curry, oh my God, please watch it because it is freaking amazing.
So he passed, and we miss him. He's a great actor. And I don't know his politics. Look, our measure of people isn't based on their politics. All right. We only complain about the likes of Mark Ruffalo because the things they say alienates their audience and they make enemies of people who used to support them. I love Mark Ruffalo's work, but once he became political, he was in the Three Musketeers. Yeah, as legend, he was the bishop. Yeah, Cardinal Richelieu. Yeah, he played that. He was in The Shadow. This movie, I haven't seen this movie, but I've been seeing clips of this movie being used by certain YouTubers that I follow.
That is like a cult classic.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, for real.
Yeah. And he was really good looking when he was much younger. Yeah. So, R.I.P. Tim Curry.
Yeah. Hold on a sec, because I didn't even realize that he looked this old.
Yeah, especially after like his stroke and stuff. Yeah. It hit him. It hit hard.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Should we move on to the body cam video?
Actually, I figured we'd do the second one that I sent you first, just to liven things up, and then we could do the body cam and really shock the crowd.
All right, so guys, we're always thinking of ways to make your day and not demonetize the channel. So, we have this video. Chris shared it. I haven't seen it, so this is my first time seeing this video. Oh my god! Oh.
So Rodney Carrington is a comedian, and yeah, that came from the movie Beer for My Horses. It absolutely loves scene.
Oh. All right. Okay, body cam time.
I'm pretty convinced though that guys definitely do stupid shit like that in the bathroom.
Absolutely,
guys do stupid shit all the time. So like,
listen. I'm gonna admit I love watching the videos where you literally got the guys in the bathroom and the acoustics in there whenever they start doing like bass tones. I kid you not, the Lion Sleeps Tonight, any of the Viking songs, right? It just hits different.
Yeah.
But just so everybody knows, this is one of my favorite body cam videos. Just remember, my safe word is pineapple.
Let's go.
Hey, bro, what's up? How you doing? Hey, can you do me a favor? Yeah. There's this car over here that got broken into. Yeah. Guy's name is Andrew Nelson. Can you go inside this smoke shop and see if he's inside for me? Yeah. Thanks. No problem. Me, Andrew. Oh, get in the car.
Seriously?
Like, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing.
You can't chase me? Hold on, real quick. Why are you chasing me? Get on the ground. I can't even see. That's Get on the ground. Get on the ground. It's hot out here. Get on the ground. Oh. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. This was a problem. I get a warrant for your arrest with the bail bonds company. Get on the ground. Bail bonds? Bro, you out here tacticaled up. Looking like you. Oh, shit. Bro, you looking like you about to get tased. I'll tell you that right now. I'm about to go on you. Come on, real quick. Talk to me. Bro, you're talking over. You're done, bro.
Oh, hold on. Pause
you're
it.
Fucking done, dude.
So Lynn says, I guess we need to identify as a man so we could go check out what really goes on in a men's bathroom. Listen, I'm gonna pull up a.
Stand for women. That's why they're doing that, so they can see what happens in women's bathrooms.
Right? Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really. It's just a bunch more toilets. Look kind of like But I'm definitely gonna pull up one of the videos and we'll play it on stream, so y'all could see what I like to get into, because honestly, it's amazing. But yeah, continue. I'll pull it up.
Bro, you're fucking done, dude. You're fucking done, dude. I'll get down. You're done. Dude, you're fucking done. How you know where I was at? Bro, I can do this all fucking day long, bro. Hey, it's nighttime. Lady, I can't even see your face. My eyes is burnt out. The whole world. Oh, shit! Shadow Man. Black Thunder. Chocolate Thunder. Tell me out here running. It's hot. Kill me. I got all day, bro. It's
not day, I told you.
Is the guy high?
We all need to live a little.
He has to be.
Wake up every day.
He's funny,
do the
though.
same damn job, the same shitty paycheck. I mean, at least your job is fun. How'd I do that? They sign up? Or do you just gotta be a major Real talk, though. Here.
Get on the ground.
Let me whisper something in your ear.
Get on the ground.
It's really cool. You fast, that's what you ain't fast on, dog. I'm a feminist.
Stand up.
What?
I just want you to know, you ain't get me. I got you. We're done. Oh, it's tired. I'm hot. Don't tase me. That shit stings. My safe word is pineapple juice. You hear?
Put your hands behind your back. Palms up. Put your hands behind your back. Both hands.
It's warm.
Stay just like that. Cross your ankles.
Ooh.
Cross your
We
ankles.
gonna take pictures?
Stay just like that. You understand me? Bring your ankles up to your butt.
Swap man, what's my safe word?
Bring your ankles up to your butt.
That's how far I go. You think I'm in Pilates?
Stay just like that.
I think I'm having a heart attack. I'm out of breath. It was fun though.
He didn't even shoot him. He just hit the taser button.
Just popped it.
Ooh, cute.
Stay just like that. Stick this hand up just like that. Don't move it.
Word. Can I change it to peaches? No, I'll take the pineapple juice. I like pineapple. Oh, watch your hands, bud. Don't do that. That's my lighter. It don't work. Don't do drugs, kids. Those are my quarters. You want to put those in your pocket? That is change. You know how long it took me to acquire those? Some of those are limited edition. And that's my flash drive. Don't look at it unless you want to see Big D. That's my wallet. You have no. Ooh. And watch your fingers, booty hole man. He's strong. No wonder y'all together. Hey, real talk though. Every strong man got a sensitive side.
I gotta get the fish.
Hold on. You like doing the weird shit? What's your safe word? You gotta untie him. Gosh. Ooh, you need help? I'll hold my boot for you. Now here's the thing. With these boots, they are sensitive. Limited edition. You gonna drag me down the highway? Hey, real talk though. In my car, I got snacks. Would you mind getting my snacks for me?
Huh? No.
Ooh.
Stand up.
You said don't stand up.
Stand up.
Hey, don't gotta be so aggressive. Ugh. Cutting off the circulation to my hand.
Button first.
Gotta love the noises he makes.
Get your legs in.
Remember what I said?
Oh.
I was wondering if after this we could go out to eat.
What do you think about that body count?
That was a good one. That was a good one. Oh my god. Oh gosh.
Oh.
All right. Do we take a look at the WNBA briefly? You sent me a link.
Yeah, that's for the guys in the bathroom music video for Len's Pleasure.
Okay.
So if you want to do that now, you can. If you want to wait, we could do it later.
All right. So let's do let's do that now. Since we're on a roll, let's just do that now. Then we'll take a look at the WNBA. Okay.
All right, get ready, y'all. This is one of the more iconic ones. I like to do the Viking ones, especially when you get the deeper bass in there. Yeah, it'll definitely send vibrations through your spine.
Yeah. Says, I'm getting dizzy.
All right, so check this out. So these, honestly, I think these are like either high school or early college kids, right?
Yeah.
They actually started their channel, believe it or not, they was trying to find a good area with acoustics. The only place that they could find it was in the men's bathroom. So they started doing videos of them just singing different songs. Next, you know, the requests started coming in, just like you saw people posting up
Yeah.
messages. And so they literally started making more videos just like that. And it all
That's
was started
cool.
was from singing in the bathroom.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so let's wrap this up and save Tony from all the gayness.
gayness.
But that was fun. That was fun. Let's
Tony,
see.
you missed the little body cam one with my safe word is pineapple.
Oh, he did. Anyway, it's there on the replay. Hopefully, we don't get a copyright claim. We've been getting copyright claims for every video we've made over the last 5 days, which is fun. I just wake up to them and I'm like, okay, we're gonna clip this part part out. So if you don't see the videos in the replay, then you can find them on the Patreon, because we're multi-streaming to the Patreon as well. All right, so the WNBA.
Also, I gotta add in real quick. It's not just men in the bathroom. There's also women. What was it? What was it? The Valkyrie song.
Okay.
Yeah. There's plenty of women that sing that song in bathrooms too. Again, with the acoustics, and plus the high pitch that you have to hit, it makes it so much easier. So you don't have to strain your voice. But yeah, so just had to throw that in there. I remembered that.
Lynn says, I'm so jealous with the thunder. Like, it's raining. It's been raining. Like, my daughter came in to remind me that the windows to the car were open, and it had been raining for over 40 minutes. So I wonder what the inside of the car is going to look like when I'm done. So, yeah, it's raining here too.
Okay, gotta love the sound of our heavy.
No, it's the ambience. It's the ambience. So, yeah. So if you're living somewhere out there where it's not raining and it's humid, okay, let the ambience that we're sending to you kind of help you through that very hot or warm or humid moment. Let's see.
One of the players. The player was Natasha Cloud right there, walking up and yelling at him. You can see his T-shirt. It says, woman, noun, adult, human.
He hit a three-pointer, so she screamed at Enes Kanter. He got up, he's 6'10", and let him know, like, what's your problem? I'm allowed to sit here and wear a T-shirt and root for Sophie Cunningham. What's the problem with that? And next thing you know, they throw him out of the...
He stood up.
He stood, look.
Again, I said this yesterday. If a woman wants to step up to a man acting like she a man, then she better be ready to face the damn consequences. All I'm saying, because anytime I've done that, I was ready to face the consequences of getting decked like a dude if I was stepping up to a dude ready to fight. That's all I'm saying.
True.
Sophie Cunningham shot a 3, and I put my hands up to celebrate, right? Literally, a couple position later, Natasha came back and started screaming and yelling and said, "She's not going to sleep with you." And I was like, I am not trying to sleep with her. I'm just here to protect women and support her. And then obviously after that, she started yapping and she started to walk towards me. And literally I just got up and then I was like, I'm just here to protect women and that's all.
So the WNBA is claiming that they are walking back their insanity. But I saw something, I don't know if I bookmarked it. I saw something that was very, very telling. Did I bookmark it? I don't think I did. So they had this thing on their display telling trans people that we're providing a safe space for you in the WNBA. Yeah. So the WNBA is not changing anytime soon. Most of these institutions, should I say most or just all of these institutions, have been captured by ideologues, and they are not going to let go of those institutions. What I recommend is that everyone who has common sense should take their money and go to the new institutions that are being built up and take your money there instead. The only way these other institutions can survive is by government subsidies. And that's why the left is pushing socialism so hard.
Yeah, and then, like, it's crap with, like, the WNBA like this, that they wonder why they suck. Like, and I'm not saying the players. There's some fantastic players in the WNBA.
Yeah.
But they're talking, like, they don't make the money that the NBA makes. They just don't. And, like, they want to, like, raise a whole big bitch fit about it. And you're like, yeah, well, you guys kind of suck. I mean, like, you don't have the draw in the pool that everything else does, that the regular NBA and stuff like that has. So now you're wanting to basically start a whole soap opera drama because, that's apparently the only way women can get attention is with BS drama. Like, it's stupid.
Well, it's not attractive. It's competitive sports. Where's the competition? Are you raising the standard of the game, or are you allowing politics to run things? You have players attacking the skilled white players, and whenever the ref calls something fairly, they say it's white privilege. It's it's just it's icky to watch. It's like what are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about here? And the more you look at it, for me, it's really all about it's all about excellence. It's all about people raising the bar of the sport and making it a quality experience for everyone who watches it. If I turn on my screen and I see a WNBA game and it captures me, okay, it means that the quality of the game is up there. Is it going to be as intense as the NBA? No. The people who are competing in the NBA are at a different level. Now, the WNBA is meant to cater to women. So if women aren't watching the WNBA and men aren't watching the WNBA, then what's the draw of the WNBA?
Well, the fact of the matter is if you look at most of the women's sports, right, they do get paid more than the men, percentage-wise.
Yeah, they do.
But they complain that they are being underpaid.
Yeah, well, that's because they don't want to do the math. I mean, it's the whole thing of like they saying that women make less in the workforce. But if you actually look at the numbers behind it, the women are not pulling as many hours as the man.
Yeah.
It was simple facts like that. If you're gonna be what is it, blue collar job, a guy could pull around 70 hours a week, if not more. And they'd be like, oh, well, why are we not making that much? That's because you're only pulling in 40. You're not going for the overtime.
Yeah. Can you read this batch of text by Intergalactic? Because he makes a point.
All right, let's see. You want me to read it or you want Trace to read it?
No. Pick.
So after the WNBA was losing money, what a way to add some soap opera to it. But it's fair to say most people won't watch a knitting contest. Tall bitches had nothing better to do. If they was hot, it'd be something.
Of course.
It says sorry, but not sorry. Let's face it. Nah.
Men would show up if they were very attractive.
Oh,
but
sure.
most of them are masculine. Like, look. Hang on. Where's that frame? There's this frame. Like, well, I think
that one
this
big
is
tall broad. Like, she was scary.
Yeah, her. Yeah, it's her. And with the tats, I'm like, oh, you're not helping. You're not helping things.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's like my ex-husband, his cousin. She was a very beautiful woman, but then she got into competitive bodybuilding, and she became scary looking, man. I was like, oh my God. I was like, women should not have muscles like that. I'm not saying they shouldn't like be well defined, have muscles, be healthy, be fit, that kind of thing. I'm not saying they can't do that. But like when they have arms the size of like freaking some bodybuilder dude, when they got bodybuilder size arms and stuff, you're like, that's just scary.
Well, it takes a special kind of man to be attracted to that kind of woman. So
yeah.
So to each his own. But
whatever floats your proverbial boat, go for it. Because that makes me think of my brother was talking about one of the firefighters he works with. He said that he wants his buddy told him, he goes, I want a muscle mommy. And my brother looks and goes, what the heck is that? And he goes, I want some big buff broad so that way when I come home after working a 24-hour firefighting shift, that I can walk up to her and just go, uppies. And my big muscle mommy picks me up. And I was like, you know what, dude? To each their own, but that's terrifying.
Oh, he has mommy problems. Mommy issues.
For sure.
Yeah, mommy issues. Intergalactic Wrangler says sometimes it's body dysmorphia for bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he thinks the mommy issues bit, or he thinks the man going home to be picked up by his wife is funny. All right, so let's talk about Nick Shirley's discovery real quick. In Los Angeles, it has been proposed to have government-funded sex and masturbation clinics for the homeless. When you think they've hit rock bottom, they just keep digging. Let's have a listen.
If you thought Los Angeles and California couldn't get any more crazier, watch this.
I'd like to propose that Los Angeles consider a pilot program for free hygienic sexual relief clinics, primarily serving the homeless and unhoused. This means equality. It means private sexual relief through masturbation or where appropriate and consensual with a partner.
What?
So they're making a state-funded red light district.
What? Equality.
All funded by public tax.
Sorry. Do they think that people in the middle class who have jobs and homes randomly have locations sprinkled around the city where they can go and jerk off?
Apparently.
Anyway.
dollars and managed with professional oversight.
Yes, you heard that right. Here in Los Angeles, they're considering a pilot program for hygienic sexual relief clinics. This means that homeless would have a location for them to go and masturbate and have sex in. So imagine a location like Skid Row right here. They'd have a place where the homeless can go masturbate and have sex in. Who's going to go clean those places out after a bunch of homeless people have had sex, and who's going to monitor the ages of those individuals that are going in and having sex? We know a lot of minors live out here in Skid Row. It also sounds like this could just be a place for a lot of women to get raped, quite frankly. And of course, this would be all funded by your tax dollars. And in fact, here in California right now, they're even proposing a billionaire tax, because here in California, they don't tax people enough apparently, and it has a 29% chance of going through according to Polymarket. So this is just some of the craziness here inside California. They literally want to have and are proposing to have government-funded sex locations for the homeless so they can get off and bust a nut and have a masturbation session.
Guys, what do you think?
That's disgusting.
Sounds like a wild situation.
And at the same time, they're proposing this. They're trying to propose billionaire taxes because they can't fund these insane policies without taxing the people. And
This
they
was in the
want
library, right?
What?
This was in the library, right?
In the library? No, well, I don't know what you're referring to.
Oh, there's another video out there where homeless people were going into a public library and doing the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah. That was with Savannah Hernandez. I think I have it saved in my bookmark. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I have all sorts of things saved in my book.
I was going to say, Lynn, yeah, Nick covers it all. I mean, he even got attacked by a Democrat saying he had a small pee-pee.
All right, so this is what I have. This is what I could pull out. This is what she filmed. That's okay, volume is up this time.
Let's go check out the state-of-the-art computer bays on the 5th floor. Now again, to highlight my point about how unfamily friendly this public library is, when I first got off the elevator, this homeless dude started staring at me and making sexual gestures. I immediately made it clear that I was disgusted and started recording him in hopes that it would deter him, but nope, he kept going. Anyway, I went back to tour the computer base after he left, and it was way dirtier than I was expecting it to be. Now the majority of people sitting here are homeless, and not only are they bringing in all of their belongings, but also they often leave a huge mess on the floor, and as you can see, there are crumbs everywhere, large black stains. That's one thing that did jump out to me about this library. A large majority of the fabric chairs are straight up stained in black, and they're just a lot dirtier than you would expect the furniture in a $125 million library to be.
This library that the...
Okay. So that was the clip that she released about this. Oh gosh, stains.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I thought that you was talking about that. And I'm like, oh yeah, is this the library thing? And I was like, yeah, that's going on too.
No, California is trying to create is trying to make it possible for homeless people to have places where they can go and have sex and jerk off. All paid by the taxpayer. And one of the things that the guy pushing the bill said is to create equality.
And yet California was also the one where a individual who created tiny homes was actually trying to get people off the street and into a safe house, right? Something that was small. California was the one that fined him and destroyed all of those tiny homes.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Nick Shirley, California passed the Stop Nick Shirley Act. So it's been sent to Gavin Newsom's desk for signing. Hold on, let me get that report. I think that happened over the weekend, so that's why we didn't catch it. Let's see, yeah, so let me see if we have, okay, we have this, so.
Stop Nick Shirley Act was voted upon yesterday in the state of California, and of course it passed. 57 legislators voted for it, while 19 legislators voted against it. In the state of California, the politicians are more afraid of the people exposing the fraud than the fraud taking place in their state. This bill says that if anyone investigates fraud taking place in immigrant communities and state-funded NGOs, they actually can go to jail, be fined up to $10,000, spend a lot of money defending themselves, and if they post a video about it, well, the video will have to come down. If you remember Nick Shirley's viral video, he visited a few daycares in San Diego. One of the daycares that he went to actually had children there, but there were no adults there. This was a state-funded daycare in an apartment complex. He found a few little kids there. The little kids said, "No, we just watch ourselves. There's no adults here." This is the type of activity that politicians in the state of California do not want you looking into. They also don't want you looking into NGOs and just where all that taxpayer money is going, because many politicians have their own NGOs. Remember, politicians are supposed to work for us. We actually work for them because somehow politicians become millionaires off of these NGOs. The politicians in California, they don't want anyone looking around into their fraud because perhaps they are a part of the fraud. They want to scare people from investigating fraud in their state because investigating fraud in their state means you're investigating them.
Yeah, so it's been passed, and Governor Gavin Newsom is going to. Do you think he's going to sign it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a piece of trash all on his own. I mean, think about it. We just talked about him trying to sell his home that was given to him, committing money laundering.
Yeah.
I mean, we already figured that much. I'm still wondering where all the money went for the train that still hasn't been finished.
Yeah. So,
Hey.
Intergalactic Wrangler says, hope we can avoid a civil war, but California needs chiseled off the map. That's so screwed up. God bless Nick. It's like I said, these institutions have been overrun by leftists, and they have a vice grip on the institutions. And if you show up and you try to weaken them now, they are creating laws that criminalizes you exposing them. And they're the party that claims that they are for free speech, that they are transparent, that they are not corrupt. But whenever you try to look into possible corruption happening in their party or by Democrats, you're labeled as a far right YouTuber, you're MAGA, you're a problem, you're a danger to democracy. They don't want us talking about them. And that is why we have to create platforms of our own. We don't depend on these platforms because like the reading of the bill says, or the act says, if any of these creators posts the videos of the fraud, they have to be taken down. So they're going to be working with social media platforms to take down the evidence of the fraud.
Yeah, which is funny enough. I mean, they just admitted that they know that there's fraud, that they just don't want it exposed. And with Intergalactic talking about California needs to be chiseled off, listen, I wish there was a way that we could literally go in to these other states and fix what the Democrats messed up. But get this, there's absolutely no way we could do it.
No.
All of our federal tax dollars that go to the federal government, that actually gets put into a rainy day fund for whenever the Democrats need bailout. If you actually look at the red states, they don't need to be bailed out. It's the Democrat states that constantly need to get bailed out. And if they sink their state, there's absolutely nothing that the federal government can do until it gets to the point that total collapse. And I do mean as in the state can no longer function as a state because it's failed that much. That's the only time that the federal government can go in, and it's not even really to fix it. It's more of here's a toothpick to start rebuilding the house.
Yeah.
Because federal government can't step in to that position.
Yeah, so it's really up to the citizens of the state, and most of them are raving or raging leftists. So when the state fails, they're going to blame Trump. They're going to blame conservatives for ruining their little socialist experiment or communist experiment. They'll say it's the fault of the conservatives. It's the fault of the Christians that this little experiment didn't work. That's what they're going to
think
say.
back to Biden administration. They was blaming Biden. You remember that? Whenever for like New York and Chicago talking about there being overrun with immigrants, they started blaming the federal government because they weren't doing enough to actually stop it.
Yeah,
and I'm
they
like,
were.
this is what y'all wanted. Hey, they really can't make up their mind.
All right. So as we land the plane, there was a was this Grand Prix or like what was the name of this event?
Yeah, that was the 250th Grand Prix.
Okay. So we didn't watch it on Sunday, but there's a montage that was released today. So we just want to see, watch it together as we wrap this up.
This is history. A new motor race conceived in liberty, the Freedom 250. They will see the green flag waved by President Trump. Green. We have green. We are racing in the Freedom 250.
America.
There will only be one winner, and how fitting as the Secretary of Transportation waves a checkered flag. Kyle Kirkwood wins an American on the top step of the podium at the Freedom 250.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
And see, that's what people think. Now again, after the world, what was it? The World Championship. The World Cup.
Yeah.
After seeing the World Cup, and now seeing that, people around the world are gonna be like, "Yeah, that's not a lie. That's just America being America."
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. It's amazing. Okay, so there was a flash flood in Nepal. Just to throw it out there, we talked about it before the stream. There was a flash flood in Nepal. We wanted to just mention that. There's a video that shows the incident taking place. It's quite frightening.
Look.
You know.
Hey, bring out the buggy boards. Oh, that car's done. Yeah, everybody's done that. I see them running. They look like ants.
Yeah.
What are the phone गरिदिउँ के फोन हान्न फोन मेरो ब्यालेन्स सिट्यो भने पैसा छैन सिट्यो
I'm guessing there was this flash flood, but I'm almost guessing that some type of dam barrier busted, right?
Yeah.
That honestly, that would. The only reason I say that is because the amount of water, right?
Yeah.
The amount of water there, that destructive force, that's not from a simple rainfall. That's from structural failure somewhere.
Yeah. There's another video I found.
Hold on. Baby! Oh.
Sorry, I'm coming closer. Okay. I was going to say, it could have also been failure with like riverbanks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if a river or something like that suddenly overflowed, or a lake or something, it could cause flash flooding like that. Like when it breaks the natural barriers.
Yeah.
Which then does, of course, like Chris was saying, lead to like structural failures and
Wow,
things like
there's
dams
a
and stuff. But
You didn't. If you roll back just like 5 seconds, hang on.
yeah,
Look
there's
right
a
here at
woman
the bottom
carrying a
right.
child.
No, right here at the bottom right. They get caught. They get pushed over.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they just no, not where your mouse is. Right, go back again. If you
Okay,
watch
hold on.
the bottom right, see the people right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're hiding behind the wall.
Oh,
No. They're not hiding.
there,
Oh, there they are running right
there.
there. I see it.
Yep.
Yep.
And then
And that's
Oh,
that is a human travesty. Like that is a tragedy. I don't care what side of the aisle you sit on or anything like that. That's a tragedy, and like you should
and
pray
she's
for those
carrying a
people.
baby.
And
There's someone there carrying a child. Like,
yeah,
it's like,
pray for those people.
oh
Pray for
jeez.
their families that like legitimately, whether you pray or not, like send out good vibes, good wishes, prayers, whatever it is that you do.
Yeah,
For like those people, because that
yeah.
truly is just tragic.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is part of the disaster, but this was also, this is what, 26th. So I think it is. The timestamp up here says it's 2026, August 26th, which is
that would be the
today.
day. Yeah.
Wow. So watch this. So people are evacuating the area. Like this was bad.
Yeah, and you could see all the birds flying in one direction.
Yeah, this was bad. Now look at the scale of the destruction when the water starts pouring. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That
Like
is
tsunami level.
terrifying.
Yeah.
That is freaking terrifying. Screech.
Yeah.
I know this is gonna sound really bad because we just watched this, but that's a damn good camera to still be rolling after that.
Yeah. So is it that they invest more in surveillance than in infrastructure to protect its own citizens? Like for me, that's the message that I'm getting. Like you have enough, like you do enough to invest in surveillance.
Like your flock cameras.
Yeah, like third world countries have their priorities all screwed up. It's all upside down.
Yeah.
It's all upside down, and most of these blue cities and states operate like third world countries. Like it's more important to protect government overreach than to do the actual things that the citizens need. Okay, you want to fund sex and masturbation facilities for the homeless instead of helping them not be homeless.
Right? Because like there's actually a place like that down here in southern Georgia. It's in Brunswick, Georgia. They actually created a whole little community. Because Chris was talking about one that got torn down. Well, there's actually one that's still standing. That's here in Georgia. It's in Brunswick, smaller city. But that they actually made, it's a whole little community of tiny homes. Or they took like those like pre-built sheds and that kind of stuff, and they turned them all into a bunch of tiny homes and everything. And they're rented out for like pennies on the dollar kind of thing, for like homeless people, like halfway house style setups and stuff like that, where they actually have a full little community for it. And it does really well. Places have actually seen a lot of drop in their homelessness, their crimes and stuff like that for that, because they have people that are there. They like counselors and all that kind of stuff go out to them and stuff and actually help the people be like stay unhomeless.
But those success stories aren't the ones that they emulate. They emulate the ones where after spending billions of dollars on homelessness, it doesn't drop, it goes up. That's what happens in California.
Well, yeah, because again, they've got to keep them a slave to the company store. I can't let you be like not homeless and successful, because then you're not going to depend on the government.
Okay, so I have to show this. What
are we looking at?
apparently somebody made a video about Dolly Parton's ranch, where apparently people hate working at because it's too strict. You're getting paid $16,800 a month.
It's too strict.
Yeah. So I was watching this while everybody was talking, and yeah. So I'm gonna play it and just let y'all hear it.
No wonder no one wants to work on Dolly Parton's ranch, even if the pay is $16,800 a month. The ranch looks cozy and peaceful, but the rules are so strict most people just can't handle it. Rule 1, get up before sunrise. All staff must be at work at 5 a.m. sharp. Take care of the animals, clean the barns, no delays allowed. If you're late, Dolly might smile, but don't expect to get the...
That is typical of a ranch, and I've worked like I've lived on one. Like we had one when we lived in Colorado. I got up at like 4 a.m. to tend to all the animals and do everything I needed to do before I had to then get ready and dressed for school. Like that's just normal ranch behavior. Like that's normal.
Yeah.
It gets
Intergalactic
worse.
Wrangler agrees.
Yeah, it gets worse. This is how lazy these people are.
The job back. Rule 2, perfection is the baseline. Dolly demands extreme cleanliness. Stables must be spotless. Paths must be clean. No dirt anywhere. She believes a clean space keeps the animals calm and makes work more efficient. Rule 3, the garden is serious business. Flower beds and vegetable patches take hours of watering, pruning, and hand weeding every day. Dolly expects every worker to give 100% energy daily and meet her very high standards. Rule 4, absolute silence when she's writing songs, recording, or hosting guests. The whole ranch must be quiet. No machine noise, no chatting outside. She believes silence keeps the ranch peaceful and helps her focus on her work. Rule 5, high pay can't keep people even at $16,800 a month. Most staff can't last long. So the question is, could you handle this kind of work? Let's just say it's far more than sunshine and rainbows here. No wonder
I didn't see anything that was bad.
Yeah,
It's,
it all sounds pretty logical. I mean, yeah, her writing and her music and all that stuff was literally her livelihood, how she paid.
Yeah.
If she needs quiet, then yeah, you shut the hell up and you let that woman work.
Yeah.
Apparently, watering was hard.
Yeah,
you gotta go water the
gardens and-
plants.
Gardens and plants, especially that size, will
And
take
get paid
time.
$16,000.
Nearly 17,000. What is that a year? Yeah.
Well, she had some lazy, entitled people because they thought that working for Dolly Parton was all about just hanging around and watching her and asking
she
her
ran
for
a
autographs.
It was a business. She had
$201,600 a year.
Well, it's like the people in Hollywood who make millions claiming that that they're oppressed.
Yeah.
And you know that her ranch is huge.
It's monumental. It's like massive.
But her ranch is huge, right? So if she's paying each of these workers, and I'm guessing this is around base pay.
Yep.
Because there's so much work, especially on a ranch. $201,600 a year per person, and that is on the small scale. What do you think? It's like 20 people out there on her ranch, if not more.
Yeah,
that's just labor.
Intergalactics. I've laid floor at $5 an hour. Yeah.
Right.
You know, like, I work 24-hour shifts in EMS, and I was doing it like when I started in the job was $13 an hour. So I mean, like, get over yourself. Ranch work is hard work. You don't apply for something that you know is going to be hard and then get pissed off when it's hard. There's plenty of ranch hands out there that are, they're literally their pay is like $2,000 a month plus room and board with food. Like, that's considered good.
I've had people, complain to me, "Oh my God, today was such a hard day at work." And then I turn to them and say, "That's why it's called work."
Exactly.
That's why. It's not called fun. It's called work. You may enjoy your job, but it's hard work.
Yeah.
Listen, I just did the math on it, right? So per week, that's 4,200, right?
Yeah.
And then I started doing 12-hour days, right? And this is 7 days, right? At 12 hours a day, 7 days, it's 84 hours. Guess how much that is per hour?
How much?
$50 an hour.
Wow.
That's damn good. I mean, I'd go work at Dolly's Ranch.
Right?
Like, come on, guys, we're moving.
Yeah.
Screw EMS work. We're moving. Let's go work at a ranch.
That's well more than the damn minimum wage that they want. Jeez.
And like, her rules were not that extreme. Clean
No,
facilities do help maintain proper health and mood of your animals and everything like that, your livestock, your employees, everything.
You know what? I'm gonna verify this.
Yeah, we are
Intergalactic
definitely in the
says,
wrong business.
"I think we're in the wrong business." Goodness. And
We're gonna go open
from
up a
everything
Crossroads Ranch. We're gonna have Crossroads Ranch, and we're just all
yeah.
gonna like. But then they're gonna say that we're making the black guy pick cotton and stuff, and they're gonna hate us.
Oh no! You guys are gonna
Holy
film me? What?
$16,800 a month, or $25,000 a month. Pay rates.
What? 25 grand a month.
Dude, again, can I sign up?
Well,
and she leaves behind $450 million. They're trying. People are trying to figure out who's going to inherit that. I'm pretty sure
charities.
That's going to get charities. Yeah.
It's going to be charities, keeping Dollywood open, keeping her ranch open, things like that. It's going to run to charities and everything like that. There's no way she's leaving it to people individually.
Wait a minute. I found the salaries.com. $82,348 per year is the average, with an hourly rate of $40 an hour. So I was close.
Wow. That was something.
Anybody need a ranch hand?
She was basically asking for the bare minimum.
Hang on.
Is the bare minimum to keep a ranch running, the bare minimum, and people complained. So it tells you the kind of mindset that people have. I was reading, remember the book that I talked about last week, Race and Culture?
Mm-hmm.
And it talked about how certain races, like the Asians and the Germans, would move to South America, and the South Americans would essentially become more laid back about work. So, and then they would complain when the Asians and the Germans would earn more money. The Asians and Germans would be willing to put in an average of 16 hours of work a day. But the locals wanted to be off work after 8 hours and wanted to go home and have fun. But the people who worked harder got the promotions, got wealthy, and began to run things. And the locals who didn't work as hard complained. And he was basically, Tom Sowell was basically saying that there are races that interpret or that want to have the picture or the notion that being wealthy or important means that you don't have to work hard. So they decide to get. It happens in Africa, okay? Most Africans, especially from Nigeria, who because if you come in the right way, your family is either middle class or wealthy. And most families who are middle class or wealthy don't do manual labor. We don't cut our own grass. We pay someone to cut the grass. We don't do our own plumbing. Someone else does the plumbing. In many cases, we don't even clean our own homes. We pay someone, less than minimum wage to clean our homes. So when we move to North America or the West, where you are now required to do that because it's too expensive to pay someone else, a lot of us struggle. And they feel like that kind of work is beneath them. And so when you watch that happen to them, you can see that there's a lot of reasons why a lot of them struggle to assimilate into Western culture, and any shortcuts they can get to get wealthy, to get back to that lifestyle that they had in the countries they came from, so that they can pay someone else to do all the dirty work for them, they will do it. so
it's a big culture shock with that.
It is, but in my head, it's like, should it? Because what happened with Africa is that the colonials, the colonials who ruled these countries for a few years were only seen to be people who wore suits, were driving around in flashy government cars, and sat at desks all day, pushing paperwork, and they were wealthy. So the locals looked at them and said, we want to be like that. We want to look important, be driven around by chauffeurs. We want to dress in suits, appear to be important, sit behind desks, be called sir, 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 and that's how to be prosperous. But the power behind the British Empire or the American Empire lies in the everyday American or Brit who works regular jobs back home and they do the menial work that keeps the empire going. But the black people or the colonists don't see that part of nation building. And so when they take over, they think everything runs on automatic, but it doesn't. There's a whole class of people who are responsible for the dirty, grimy work that keeps the affairs of state going. So,
hey, do you want to know what a culture shock of this is?
Shoot.
I said it was probably like 20 people.
Yeah.
I was way off.
How many?
354 per property.
And how many properties does she have?
4.
Whew.
Okay.
She was paying out the ass, and people were complaining?
Okay, so let me ask you guys, okay, have you noticed that a lot of most people from who are like 25 and younger, or let's just say 30 and younger.
1,416 people.
1,416. Yeah, it's estimated at people. Well, no, it's estimated at 1,417, but yeah, same thing.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So is the next generation
$18,000 to $25,000 per person a month?
So is the next generation lazy?
So I think it kind of goes back to we created a comfortable living environment. So the generations were brought up in more and more comfort. And now it's coming back to the cycle of that comfort has to break to rebuild the comfortable living environment.
Yeah.
It's like, hard times build hard men and hard men build good, peace. So like you've got to keep that cycle going. At a certain point, each after a certain amount of generations and stuff, it's gonna have to come back to that point of they're gonna have to grind out. to get what they want, to get that comfort back. And I
Yeah.
think it's not necessarily that the generation is lazy. It's just that's honestly how they were raised. They were raised with the day and age of, you know, technology and everything at their fingertips. And now it's coming to the point of, okay, well, they're actually going to have to grind. And they don't know how to do it. So it's a shock for them. They're rebelling against it because it is kind of that almost spoiled, entitled personality trait of, well, I didn't have to do this before. Well, you kind of do now. So I don't think it's necessarily the fault of like the newer generations. It's just that the generations before them built them comfort, built them ease, and now they've got to work to keep their comfort and ease.
Yeah. And
So
they don't
I gotta
want
add,
to.
I gotta add in something here too as well, because again, doing the math on this. So again, she's leaving behind 450 million. How much she spent just on her employees a year, roughly 26.35 million.
I think the royalties from her music
Oh, for sure, it's going to
and
keep getting her. Yeah.
other things, kept that going because she hasn't essentially released any new music.
Oh yeah, no, she didn't need to.
Yeah,
She
so
did
maybe
show ups
she.
in music videos.
Well, like they were saying, she wasn't just a singer. She did a lot of like writing songs and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Which she
Acting.
gets royalties from.
Yes. Intergalactic Wrangler says it all started when spanking your kids became a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. When you couldn't actually discipline or correct bad behavior for things.
Yeah, Go on.
I was just gonna say because like they wanted to say like it was abuse and stuff like that. And I was like, no, there's a difference between spanking for correction, like getting your kids' attention, that kind of stuff, and like beating your child.
Yeah.
Because like in our household, if our kids screw up bad enough, yeah, they're gonna get a swat on the butt, Or
I'm gonna whip that ass.
I'm not gonna lie, our kids, they start mouthing off, they get a smack to the back of the head. It's not beating them, and we're not hitting them hard enough to be like, causing legitimate damage. It's enough.
Yeah.
It's just hard enough to be like, hey, get your head in the dang game. Like knock it the heck off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, even my kids. I started. You ever hear the jokes about the Mexican mama? Watch out for the chancla, right?
Yeah.
All that is a flip flop, right? I've got it to my kids. I'll tell them I'm about to go get my damn chancla. They'll hightail it, right? They will run. It's the whole point of you do have to put a certain point of fear in your kids, but it's not a fear of you being like the bad guy. It's the fear of crap. If I do bad, I'm gonna get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
I'm held accountable.
You want to come in? Yep. All right.
That and participation.
You got peanut butter
trophies.
sandwich. You are all peanut buttery.
Oh,
but yeah,
wow.
like I said though, that and participation trophies.
Yeah.
When they started handing out participation trophies, you're like, no, not everybody's a winner. It's okay to be a loser and have losers. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I remember I was in track and field. Now, mind you, I did not do bad. I was in shot put and relay race. Well, in shot put, I placed 5th in middle. I was in middle school. I placed 5th in the high school competition. So for that, I mean, genuinely, it was actually a good showing for me. It was one of my bests. But they wanted to give me a trophy for 5th place, and I was like, yeah, no, you guys can keep that trash. Like, no, I don't. No, that's 5th place. I don't give a damn. That's loser talk right there. Okay. And that was me saying it about myself. My coach got mad because I didn't tell him that I placed 5th. Because he's like, oh, we would have announced it at the school. And I was like, no, I don't need my loser, like my failure announced to the whole school. Like, yeah, you can say it was good, but still, no, I lost. Okay. I'm okay with that. I lost. It just means I need to do better.
And also, it was the fact that more people needed to understand that like whenever I was in high school, right? Again, my reading was a hell of a lot higher than the other kids in my class, right? Yet I was constant. My teacher was giving me these awards for brightest student of the week or stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
finally had to go up to him. I'm like, listen, stop giving that to me. It does nothing for me. Give it to somebody else. Help them boost their ego. I don't need it. This is a piece of paper, and I would rip it up because it means nothing to me. To them, it'll mean something. To me, nothing. I'm not trying. I'm literally just going through class. I mean, most of the time I was sitting on a computer and playing video games, but that was just because, well, I had already done the work. But we need to bring that back, or at least tell our kids they don't need to get rewarded for every little thing that they do.
Intergalactic says, I was chosen 10th. It's only 10 people. Go stand in the corner.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's okay.
God.
It's okay if it's like, hey, you kind of suck at this. It's all good. Because, like, that's even in our house. We don't let our kids win. Like, if they're going to lose, like, if they lose, like, if we're playing a game or something like that, no, our kids understand. Mommy and daddy are not going to let you win. If you suck, you suck. Like,
look,
we're going to tell you and help you and teach you, but, like, if you're going to lose, you're going to lose.
Losing is a gift. It's a gift. It lets you know that you have more work to do. I used to play a video game with a friend of mine, and he would trounce me every single time. And he did it like it was easy. And you know what I did? I said, okay, I have to get better. I didn't ask him to lower the standards. I didn't tell him, hey, why don't you just stop playing as well as you do and let me beat you once? No, I wanted to meet him at his level and beat him at that level. Okay?
Yeah.
Whenever you you lower the standards, you destroy the person that you claim to want to help. It's like that example that I've heard before where someone found a cocoon for a butterfly cocoon, and saw that the butterfly was trying to crawl out of the cocoon, and then he helped the butterfly by ripping open the cocoon. The butterfly couldn't fly, and then it died. What happened? That pressure pushes fluid into those tendrils within the wings and strengthens it. Okay, failure triggers struggle, and struggle is a good thing. Struggle is a good thing. It makes you want to work hard. Okay, like for example, YouTube, you guys shadow banned my channel. Thank you, because it's built character. For a full year, you guys shadow banned me, and I'm still here. Do you know what? I'm stronger for it. I've gotten to meet you guys. We've gotten to sharpen the content. We've gotten to create something beautiful, and we're going to continue creating something beautiful. But if I got it easy, okay, we wouldn't be here.
Handed to you.
Yeah.
And I mean, then you don't know how to properly appreciate what you have. And I think that's where like being handed stuff, people really just don't appreciate what they have. Like with our kids, they had to earn their electronic devices and things like that. They decided, like, at one point our kids were being little turds about making sure their laundry got into the laundry room so we could wash it and everything. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. I'm responsible for all your clothing. Cool. So they got 5 pairs of jeans and 5 plain white t-shirts. You don't get any more of the cute stuff to pick from or any of that kind of stuff. No, you get bare bones minimum. Here, you get to check it out from mommy. And I was like, I was teaching them to respect the fact that I was like, I work hard to buy you guys the things you have.
Yeah.
I was like, that tablet you guys have that you broke, that was 5 hours of my work day right there, if not more. That was, 12, that was a 12-hour shift right there that you just broke. That's 12 hours I didn't have with you guys, that I was out there busting my butt, doing all of this stuff. That's 12 hours of my time I'll never get back that you just destroyed because you didn't care. And it's teaching that.
Yeah. I teach my kids that, like James, he's 4 years old, and a few weeks back he got into this sword phase. He wanted swords, and he wouldn't shut up about it for 2 weeks. Swords. So one day I had enough. We were driving home from somewhere, and he kept screaming about swords. I just pulled into the Walmart, and I said, "Okay, let's go." I walked up to the aisle, found
like
sabers,
foam swords or whatever. Yeah.
No, lightsabers. They turn on.
Lightsabers.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then I said, "Okay, I'm gonna buy you these. You promise me you're going to play with them." Of course, he promises. And then I buy the sword. We come home. It's the biggest thing for him for about 3 days, and then I start seeing the sword lying on the ground somewhere. And one time I caught him standing on the sword, and I said to him, I said, "James, if you break that sword, that's going to be the last toy you get." And then he, and I meant it. And they know that when I say something, I mean it.
Yeah.
So he gets off the sword, he just behaves himself and puts it away quietly. And has he stood on the sword since? Not in my presence, but,
right.
You know. So kids do things like that because they don't understand the value of
And that's what we've explained with like our kids and stuff. I was like, that's somebody's. I was like, that's time and effort. I was like, and you're disrespecting it completely. You know, and like our oldest daughter, she's really into baking and stuff like that. And I go, how would you feel if you spent all this time baking these cakes and, you know, making the bread and stuff like that, and I just picked it up and threw it in the trash can? And she was like, oh, I would be really upset. And I go, okay, now that's the way I feel when you guys just destroy the stuff I work really hard to get you guys. I was like, you have to think about that. I was like, that's my time and effort. That's my, you know, everything. And so I was like, when they're asking for stuff, I was like, okay, what have you done to earn that? Because I have to earn it. So what have you done for that?
Let's read this comment by Intergalactic. It says, "I've been getting my ass kicked in Crossout." Is that
It's a game.
It's a game.
Yeah.
Lately at high power scores, working on a new build. And then he also says, "I remember having a glow in the dark sword as a kid. All kids need a sword." Of course.
Facts.
Every kid needs every boy needs a sword and a cape.
Even our girls. Listen, our girls had swords too, although they have currently been banned in our household because a 75-inch TV that we had mounted on our wall in our living room took a sword to it.
Oh.
And broke. It's broke now, so now we have like a small backup TV in there for the living room. But yeah, so swords like that are currently banned in our household for obvious reasons, because I was like, that hurts the wallet. That makes my wallet cry.
Yeah. All right, so we're wrapping up. Tomorrow we're going to. We were talking about Black people wanting to take over white roles in Hollywood before the show. Video. And I don't know, like we've been here for almost 2 hours, so let's save it for tomorrow. So we're going to play, and that's also in line with talking about handing people things they didn't build. They won't value it. Okay, they won't value it. And when you have these Black people claiming that Hollywood is racist and Hollywood is run by white people, Hollywood was built on white people telling white stories. And when you have Black people who want to insert themselves into white stories and blackwash white heroes and make them Black instead, that's a problem. I started now. The House of the Dragon has been running for, I think, 3 or 4 years now, and I intentionally stayed away from most content that's Game of Thrones. I don't like the nudity and so on. I'm very prudish. But I recently watched the final episode of the current season, and I felt, okay, maybe I would like to just kind of get caught up. And one of the things that I noticed of the cuff was that they've begun to insert black people as Targaryens.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Targaryens, blonde, white hair, purple eyes, light skin,
like super white,
very, very incestuous. Where did the black get in there? And even if they had someone who was black, they wouldn't be like chocolate black. They'll be more mulatto.
Yeah.
You know?
Very light skinned.
So what's with that? Yeah, it was a bit excessive. Yeah, like are you referring to the Game of Thrones, the original Game of Thrones, or House of the Dragon? The House of the Dragon, like I'm
This is what they're trying to portray. Now, the only reason I know about this is because I actually seen a documentary on it. But it's a African tribe that every single person has actually got blonde hair. And so as soon as you said that, I had to look at it.
Sorry, is that real?
Yes. See?
And that's fine. Okay, that's fine. But George R.R. Martin,
Melanesians.
Excuse me. George R.R. Martin wasn't thinking about these guys when he wrote the Game of Thrones, okay? And then now you've seen the recent what's the name of the show with the Tolkien show? The Rings of Power, where you have a black elf.
Yeah,
it's a dark elf.
Like, why? You don't have to shoehorn black people everywhere. You don't. The first seasons of Game of Thrones had a nice, like, if you have a black tribe from a place like Marine or some of those from Essos, that's fine, okay? But trying to shoehorn them into the Targaryen family, that was like weird. So they're trying to blackwash so many things. It's gotten so irritating. Intergalactic Wrangler says, but it was good. Near the end of Game of Thrones, funding was pulled and they rushed the dead creatures. And then he says, oh, am I getting my... No, you're not. But I think the issue clearly wasn't funding, because that show, it took 2 years for them to do the finale. We waited for 2 years for the finale.
Yeah, honestly, that finale was completely rushed. And I'm not talking about in production. I'm talking about storyline based.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, so we're tired of doing this. So, or the author was like, all right, I'm tired of writing. All right. The end.
Yeah. So as a teaser for tomorrow, we're going to be watching this. Boop.
White Wakanda.
It's a teaser. It's a teaser, because whenever black people say they want to be, who was it? Snow White was race swapped into a Mexican,
Hispanic, whatever.
Hispanic. You had what's her name? Little Mermaid. What was her name?
Ariel.
Ariel was race swapped into a black girl. No red hair. Like, look, I'm black, and I don't like it. And for anyone, like, okay, I'm glad that right now most of the people who are watching are the audience, are our core audience. Okay, so I'm going to say something extremely racist right now. When I moved to North America, I didn't want to walk down the street and meet 50 black people. I moved to get away from them. That's what I was like. Yeah, so I'm being very honest. Most people who leave black communities don't move somewhere else and intend to run into black people. So I hope that well, I hope it sounded as racist as I wanted it to come across, but that's the truth. So I see these commercials, the commercials where they're like, they have to put a mixed race couple with mixed kids. I'm like, no. I see it everywhere, and I'm over. I don't want to see it. Okay, it's okay to have them occasionally, but it's almost like every commercial you see right now, there's always a mixed race couple. No, I'm not saying that mixed races are bad, but it's being forced.
Like gay couple, or they have like forced where it's gay couples or gay interracial couples because they just have to tick all the boxes. You know, you're just like, can we just like, what's wrong with having regular couples?
Yeah.
Like what's wrong with having just an all black couple or an all white couple or something like that? Like what's wrong with that? Why do we have to force it?
Yeah. Intergalactic Rhino says The Little Mermaid was still an okay movie if you ignore the swap. I haven't seen the movie, and you see, that's the problem. That's the problem, because for me, when I see these games being played, it turns me off. It just turns me off. I'm like, I don't like. I watch movies for the escapism. I don't want to go into movies and see DEI and ESG all over the place. I watch Game of Thrones to be immersed in Westeros, not California.
Yeah, and that's like, that's the same reason, like, I read, like, fantasy novels and stuff like that because I want to escape the reality of which we are currently living. And Intergalactic said he thinks that mermaids are probably green anyway or blue, and I was like, it actually, we were actually talking about this. I was like,
they're slimy.
They live at the bottom. They live at the bottom of the ocean, so they'd actually be clear if you've ever looked up like animals that live at the bottom of the ocean. Like they're like this weird clear color.
Yeah,
really creepy.
And if you don't have scales, your skin will prune really badly.
Yeah, it'd like slough off.
Yeah, so all that fantasy is like, let's not look. One day I might just, for the fun of it, do an analysis of superhero movies like The Flash and say, okay, let's have a scientific calculation of what it would look like for a person 5'6". Let's assume the Flash is 5'6", okay, a certain size, and this mass is running through cities faster than the speed of sound. He breaks the speed barrier and is running past cars and people. What would it do to the people he's running past, to the vehicles he's running past? It will be sonic booms, vehicles flying apart, people being shredded. Wow, he's running past. That's why I like the Invincible series. Have you seen the Invincible series?
No.
Invincible. Oh, okay.
All right, hold on one second, because I'm gonna have to get off here. But I want to give you an update on the Nepal thing.
Yeah.
Satellite imagery and expert analysis indicate that a portion of a glacier near the Nepal-Tibet border broke off, creating a massive ice and rock avalanche.
Oh.
This debris either fell into a glacial lake or blocked the Lahande Koala River, forming a temporary dam that eventually burst, sending a torrent of water downstream into the Bote Koshi River in Nepal.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a structural damage, but it wasn't man-made structural damage.
Okay. Wow. That's okay. Well, we'll pick up on the updates tomorrow. Okay, guys, my very long southern goodbye is over. We'll pick this up tomorrow, same time tomorrow. And thanks, Intergalactic. Lynn, thank you for hanging out in the chat. Chris, Tracy, you guys are awesome and amazing. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the stories. We're going to be back tomorrow, same time. God bless. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye, guys.